All right, we should be
We're live.
live. Welcome back. I think we're live.
Well,
Oh yeah, Matt, this is your time to speak.
pipe down, Tone. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your hosts Matt McGregor and Tone Vase, coming to you live from Restream. Tone and I are really good with technology, as you know. We tend to never have any problems with technology, so we've tried to make it a bit harder for ourselves by going with an OBS software we've never used before. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good, and the price is doing good. It's I think Trump said something, and yeah, here we go. It's gonna be a good show. We're both pretty bullish.
Yeah, we are. All right, let's go into the charts. If I know how to do that, Tone, let me know if you are seeing my chart as it stands right now.
I
You are.
am.
You are.
Great.
But I have to. I'm going to go into the other screen, right? On my now, I can't see my face anymore, but I can see the charts. You can see my cursor moving.
I do.
Can you see my
Yep.
cursor moving?
Great.
You know,
Yep.
I used to play a bit of guitar back in high school, and they said never tune up in front of your audience, and we're tuning in front of our audience. But it is what it is, right? You get this kind of
Oh,
quality for free.
we should also be streaming on X. So if you are watching us on X, that was a new thing we tried yesterday. So we should be streaming on X. And uh, if you are watching us on X, see if you can like have a live chat comment. I thought I saw that yesterday as well. So say hi in the live chat of X. I think it's possible.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right. So look, this is where we're on the 4 hour time frame right now. And what we on Monday's show, when we had the correction all the way down into the green wave with the green diamond below for 30% off, we had a fantastic recovery. But I was very concerned that we'd get below the 30 and 50 simple moving average. And we did that. So in yesterday's show, I was gloating that I made that pretty sweet call. I was very, very happy in yesterday's show that we didn't put in a lower low, that we didn't get back inside the green wave and start making our way lower, that we put in a higher low, right? So then we came back up, retested the 30 once again, and then came back down. And last night at about 2 a.m., I entered this trade at about, we'll call it 102. Oh, it was 102 to the dollar. That's exactly right. Sorry, I forgot, because you'll see why I forgot in a minute. It was exactly 102.000. I entered this trade. It's one of those trades where I had an order lower than the current price, and it came down and entered exactly at the price. So I know exactly where it was. And then I was cool with that trade when I woke up in the morning, and we were at about 104. And I thought that if this daily candle can close above my moving averages at 104, I'll double position. So I was in a 5 average trade for 102, about 150,000, something like that. And I thought I'll double that. I'll put a 10x leverage on, and I'll go full bore into this if we can close above 104. And we did that, and I've done that. So my average entry is now 103.233, which was kind of a split the difference kind of trade here, which is I'm not just talking about my own trade. I'm talking about what I see in the charts and how I trade. So you don't have to like my style. I was chatting with a fellow last night, and he said, you have a very different style to Joe Saz, who will enter a trade lightly, what he told me. And I've seen Joe do it before. He'll enter 10%, 20%, whatever. I don't want to quote Joe. He can talk for himself. I love Joe. And then if the price goes down, he'll better his entry position by building a stack position. I don't do that at all. I don't add to losing trades. I'm too much from the Tone Vase school of thought on that. I will enter a trade. I'll just use less leverage if I'm unsure, but I will enter 100% of my capital. I don't have extra capital on the exchange that in my trading account. It makes no sense to me to enter half a position. Sometimes I get half filled, but I'll never enter half a position. I'll just enter the entire amount and just vary my leverage on how confident I am. So if I'm not confident at all, but I see something, I might just go 2 or 3x. Last night was a 5x position. But then what I'll do is, if that position recovers and we're going to strength, and I can see a real, like a breakout point, which we had identified on Monday's show, then I can change my leverage toggle from 5%, 5x to 10x, freeing up more capital where I can double the size of the position, cutting my entry price, making my entry price higher, but there will still be a gap between the mark price and my entry price. So I'll only do this if I've got a good gap. So if I've got like a $2,000-$3,000 gap, I might do this little move that I don't know if it's popular to do this. Tony will have to talk to that, but it's just something I've figured out over the years. So I can get real large, but still have like a pretty good gap between the mark price and the entry. That's what I did here, and that's what I really like to do. So now I'm finished talking about my own trade. Where do we sit? Well, we sit at a pretty decent little spot. The 4 hour obviously has come back to the higher ends of this range. The MRI count getting up there, but there's nothing for me to do. This could fade for sure, but the 4 hour as it stands right now is really positive. And then, revisionist history, the MRI green diamond, had you just bought that inside the green wave, which I've been talking about that for 6 years. If you buy alphanumetrics, and we still get like quite a few people buying alphanumetrics, the videos that I made are back in country Victoria, Australia, where it's like the first times I've ever spoken on camera. They're very, very rough quality. I should definitely redo them. But I haven't changed my opinion, really, in 6 years. It's still the same jazz for me. That's still a good buy most of the time, right? So now we've moved up to the daily time frame, and look, ooh, we are cooking. Tone hates double tops, and I don't want to speak for Tone, but I mean, a triple top is even more exciting. I love the MRI count. I'll leave that to Tone. I love that we came down today, retested the 7, and we've recovered. Man, the 1 day time frame looks really, really healthy for me. This is a Thursday show, so I'll just finish off briefly with the weekly to see where we sit, because I know what it's going to look like. Nice. We're on target with 3.5 days left to have the highest weekly close of all time. We came back, retested the 7. We're really scooting along right now. Anything can happen with 3.5 days left, but there's zero reason. As I said in last night's show, when we were down at 102, 101, wherever we were at, if you're in from earlier, from the Purple Phantom or 10 whatever, 3,000, you got nothing to worry about. We're above all the moving averages. We finally broke through that 104, which I needed to see. The Copic curve is kissing its crossing period, and if we remain at the price we're at right now without even having to rise any further, next week we'll be looking for a bullish cross, which is fantastic, because we had the bearish cross, back on December, pre-Christmas, right? Like, this is the first week of December, really. The middle of December we had the bearish cross, and it's been choppy. Imagine getting out there because of the EXA cross and then getting back in next week and saving yourself 2 months of bollocks. Or you could have re-entered, who knows? But it looks really good. I like everything else. I'm coming off screen share if I know how to do that. Tone, as I come back to you, you've got a chance to straighten your tie, because I'm figuring out how to do this. Turn myself off.
Perfect.
Please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Affiliate links in the description below. Like, subscribe, and blah, blah, blah. Tone,
all right.
What are you seeing, mate? Are you as bullish as me? Feeling good?
I am pretty bullish here. Let me open up my charts. And yep, again, working with a new platform here. Here we are. And I am looking at IBIT. I am paying attention to IBIT. IBIT is also about to close right at 60. Just keeping an eye on Max Pain to see where it is for tomorrow. Max Pain for tomorrow is at 58. So that could put a little bit of negative pressure on the price of Bitcoin. But you can see there is almost no difference between 58 and 60. But once you start getting into that 61, 62 range for IBIT, now there starts to be a much bigger difference. But still, keep in mind that Max Pain is at 58 and coming up. And this one says January 24th. Oh, wait, I have to refresh this. There it is. January 31st, there it is, 58. And then it's 58 also for the first week of February. So we do have a little downward pressure because of Max Payne. We are very likely to close at a new weekly all-time high, which makes this very, very bullish. And we're only at a number
I'll just
three.
sorry, I might have been doing this as well. Our heads are in shot at the bottom of the corner.
Yeah.
You can't see it on your screen, so let's learn from this and try and center our charts here because that'll be very small on the screen. Anyway, go ahead, mate.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's
can
better.
also turn
Nice.
that off. We can also do it this way, and not have us there
Yeah,
at all, which is probably better.
beauty.
So,
Better.
yeah, so we are looking to close at a brand new weekly closing high, which makes it very, very bullish. The best part is that this isn't happening, leading into an MRI top. This is happening on candle number 3. And if you recall, the last time we were in this situation was this purple phantom candle from your indicator on Alpha Numerics. And look at what happened after that. So this is what we are setting up for. And my targets right now are in the 120 range, somewhere between 120 and 125, 126. Those are the targets I am eyeing for the weekly MRI top, which should be here around March, which is the time of the in-person financial summit in the Maldives. So I am expecting Bitcoin to be in a $120,000 price range during March. So come and join us, and we will all celebrate together in the Maldives. Check out thefinancialsummit.com. Now, let's go to the daily chart. The daily chart is on pace to also close at its new all-time high. That would be absolutely awesome. If we can close today or tomorrow at a new all-time high, but not too far above it. I would really like to see us consolidate here, maybe even pull back a little bit. I would love to see the green candle, the green star candle, which cannot come today. Today is the price flip candle. The green star on the daily comes tomorrow, and I really like seeing, consecutive green star candles in the same vicinity. We saw that here where we topped out on a green star candle, and then here is the next one that was a breakout candle. Unfortunately, it didn't lead to an MRI top in the 110 range, but it was still a very, very good trade. We saw it again here where we again topped on a green star candle, rejected by the moving average, but then the second one took us significantly higher over the next few candles. And now it's about to happen again, where we get a green star candle right there in line with a prior one. And the next one should take us to a significantly higher price, but that's going to happen tomorrow. So basically, I really am not expecting much more from Bitcoin today. We had a nice rally here early on in the market. Right now, we are pretty much dealing with a 10 a.m. reversal. Let's see when the price actually started reversing at 10:10. So here we go. So we are still in that 10 a.m. reversal zone. Personally, I would like to see us stay around 105 today and then start to break 106 tomorrow or Saturday or over the weekend. That would be ideal for me. Just a little more consolidation and then a breakout. It would also be in line with Max Payne that we're not going to run away with the price before Friday market close, but over the weekend and early next week, it is definitely more likely. Let's see how many Bitcoins were purchased yesterday. Oh, the data is not in yet, so that's unfortunate. Really wanted to see how yesterday went on the purchases of Bitcoin. And as far as the cycle is concerned, this is it. Q1, Q2 of this particular year in Bitcoin's halving cycle is the most important part. I think we're going to rally nicely. I would not be surprised if we are over 150K on Bitcoin going into the summer or the end of the year. I mean, Bitcoin can really go high this cycle. I think everything is set up for that, especially based on how much Bitcoin institutions are buying and potentially going to be buying. Wow, look at this gold breakout. As you guys know, I've been very bullish on gold. My target has been 3,000. If gold continues and like this, and gold is over 3,000 on the next MRI top, I will be a seller. I will either potentially short gold or sell some of the gold that I currently own. Because if you look at the last three MRI tops. The prior one was a second consecutive MRI top. That led to a pretty big correction in gold. 10% in gold is a big correction. The MRI top before that was a tiny correction, but it was in that 1 to 4 candle, multiple week slowdown, and then a green star candle can get you back in. And the prior MRI top called gold perfectly again. It had a max loss of about 6%, but it was also, trending down into the moving average for over 2 months. So I would love to see a blow off top in gold. The weekly MRI has been excellent on gold throughout its history. You can see a prior weekly MRI top right here. The top comes in the following week. And what a beautiful blow off top back in August of 2020. If gold does this for the current MRI trend, I would absolutely be a seller of gold. Also, a beautiful MRI buy on gold in March of 2021. So definitely pay attention to the MRI indicator on gold. It's been excellent. Matt, you had something to say?
Yeah. No, I'm just agreeing, mate. Just nodding along.
All right. And yeah, it's pretty much what we're looking for. This was my outlook. You can see I drew this arrow back in October of 2023, and gold is significantly higher than even I thought it would be. And I was pretty bullish on gold. You have to okay, so when I say I'm pretty bullish on gold, I'm not a crazy gold bug. I'm not a Peter Schiff. I'm not these other people that think gold is underpriced and the price of gold should be $2 billion an ounce. I'm not one of these people. I'm a realistic gold person. So expecting gold to go up 20% is an unreasonably bullish position for a normal human being that hasn't, tied their entire life to everything dying and burning except gold being unreasonably priced. I think gold is a terrible asset compared to the S&P 500. I think S&P 500 will always outperform gold on a long enough time scale, the NASDAQ as well. But there is a time and place for gold. And I've been very bullish on gold over the last few weeks. And those holding gold, it's definitely paying off.
Yeah, I mean, there's an emotional thing because you are the Bitcoin maxi in the space, right? So like when there's definitely people who have like a knee jerk reaction when you say, "Oh, I'm bullish on gold," as if that was Nestle's or like Hershey's or like some other like Ford or something. Just looking at the chart, it's bullish, right? So you can call gold bullish as if it was anything else,
Right. Exactly. And I treat it like anything else, right? The gold isn't anything special. And also people have to realize that all of these gold bugs, all of these pro super gold bug promoters, they're in their 80s at this point, right? They're dinosaurs. They are going to eventually pass away. And there ain't nobody in their 30s that's a gold bug. Okay. There's no interest in gold. Like people still watch these people, but the young generation doesn't care about gold. And now with Bitcoin out there, it's even worse for gold. Look at this perfect 10 a.m. reversal on the S&P 500. It literally, well, I have to go to almost a 1 minute chart to see when it topped. We had a top at 950 and then a secondary top at almost the same price at 956, and at 957 we start to go down. This is as perfect of a 10 a.m. reversal as you get. We can go to a 5-minute chart to do it right there. That is the 950 candle, calls a top. You can still get the top at the 955 candle, and down we go. And this should probably be dragging Bitcoin down as well. If we look at the Bitcoin chart on a 10-minute scale, it is also dragging Bitcoin down with it. Absolute identical correlation. Here's Bitcoin's 10-10 candle. I mean, Bitcoin was still flying a little bit higher. We got a little bit ahead of the S&P, kept going higher. The S&P already turned, Bitcoin kept going higher, and then the bots and the traders are like, oh wait, the speculative markets are going down. We need to sell, and here we are. So what a perfect 10 a.m. trade on the S&P. Perfect correlation. S&P and Bitcoin continue to be very, very correlated to me. And I mean, I think that's going to continue for a while. Any stocks? Mark and I took a look at the happiness of the shitcoins crashing. For some reason, Ethereum is up this morning. Ethereum was at a new weekly closing low. It's still at a new weekly closing low since back in 2021. That's 4 years. March 2021, 4 years. Ethereum is on a 4-year new low. I don't know why anyone would hold this asset. They are insane. Even Solana is not doing much, and the Trump coin is not doing much. You have to look at this one on a daily basis. The weekly doesn't make sense. Trump coin hanging in there. Melania coin not doing well at all. I was going to my stock list. I want to look at NVIDIA. Mark and I both agree that NVIDIA will go to new lows off the scare. I would love to buy NVIDIA on a daily MRI buy somewhere in 110 or lower. I think NVIDIA will set up for a potential buying opportunity. I really like this MRI support line at 114. If we can swing down into the 110 range on a daily MRI buy without closing the week below 114. So my goal is to potentially pick up NVIDIA around 110 next week and then watch it rebound back and closing the week above 116 to avoid a red star candle. That's basically my initial plan for NVIDIA.
Can you click on Meta? Now Zuckerberg's on our team. Can you click on Meta? See what happens.
Yeah,
it works out well.
It does work
Isn't it
out well
funny?
for you. I mean, he's trying to go a little less woke. I don't know. Zuckerberg is. I don't want to get too political here, but Zuckerberg is like a talented Mr. Ripley, right? Like he does his MMA. He's in ridiculously good shape, but he also acts like a girl because the administration needed him to act like a girl. Now that there is a man in the White House, he's starting to act like a man. I don't know.
That's a great deep cut there with the talented Mr. Ripley. Let's start a poll. Who knows what talented Mr. Ripley or Ripley's game is? I don't think there'll be too many in the comment section. I know what it is. All right, let's wind her up. Come on, we're on a tight schedule.
All right. Yeah, no, man, Meta is looking ridiculously good. What a freaking run up since the COVID. Oh, this is not even the COVID crash. This is after the COVID crash. That's the COVID crash. Wow, that is a massive run. Yeah, Meta's looking good.
Click out. Go alphanumerics up.
Super. Meta is super bullish.
And then go back to that green diamond. Go back to the green diamond.
Yeah, green diamond, MRI buy, double green diamond here.
Oh. Go monthly. Go
Dude,
monthly.
I remember
Stop.
you going massively long over here at $100 on Meta. What happened to that trade, man?
Monthly. Put on the monthly time frame.
You
monthly time frame.
You
and
got
this
into,
is Bali.
You got into Meta. You got into Meta at right here. You got into Meta. Are you still holding it?
Right there. I'm still holding Meta from the before, like a week, the week of the Bali Financial Summit in my presentation. That's the week of the Bali.
That is
Financial
the week of the Bali Financial Summit,
in
right here, the November 22nd. That's when we did the Bali Financial Summit.
Join the Financial Summit, and you'll have guys like me, great traders, saying, "Hey, buy this now, live." On a presentation. I did that. It was a part of my presentation. Still in the trade. Why would I say?
I have like some arrows here. Yeah, I thought there'd be a pullback and then we would keep rallying. No, this is so bullish. Probably one of the bullish stocks I've seen in a long time. Incredibly bullish. Interesting. And Microsoft, look at that. It's kicking Microsoft's ass. Wow. Oh, what a beautiful MRI top on Microsoft. All right, guys, that's it for us. We're gonna last peek at short-term Bitcoin, 10-minute chart. I don't like it. Like I would, if I was in a trading contest right now, like we do at the Financial Summit, I would be going short because we're about to break these lows, and therefore I am expecting us to go down into this area and then perhaps rebound. But at the moment, I am not very bullish for the next hour or two, unless we start breaking the highs.
All right, that's it. Come back to us.
All right, let me turn this off, and there we are. Awesome. Yeah.
I stand by everything that I said earlier in the show. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, and can't wait. Hey, if there's anybody to have a think about it over the night, if anybody knows how to say one teen range better than one teen range, so anything between 111,000 to 120,000. Tone keeps saying when we get to the one teens, that can't be the vernacular. That can't be correct. But I don't know what it is either. So if there's any English majors in the comment section, I can barely read, so don't listen to me. But anyway, tomorrow's the Friday show. Thank you for joining. I don't mind this restream. This looks really nice. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining.
1 second. I'm typing a comment in Twitter. I want to do that before I end the stream. March 16 to 21. Let me just post a link. Financialsummit.com. All right. Yeah, we got about 10 villas left in Bali. They're all over the water, so that's included in your base price. Over the water bungalows in, I said Bali, in Maldives, which is awesome. Always wanted to do an event there, and we're finally doing it. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you all on the next one.